Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Noble, and today we're doing an updated version of the Sky Striker deck profile. Sound familiar? Yeah, well I did one about 2 weeks ago or so, and basically a week after that, the ban list dropped, and Engage came back to 1. So we are doing another updated version of the Sky Striker deck profile. Super excited to see that. I know some people have mixed feelings about it, but I personally am really excited to see Mists get hit and then Engage come back to 1. I thought it was a beautiful ban list. Some things could have been different, but this isn't a ban list discussion video. This is a Sky Striker deck profile video. So before we jump into this again, let's for the second time this month, do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell so you become part of the notification team, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and let's jump right on into this second Sky Striker deck profile. So to start us off, we're playing triple Sky Striker Ace Ray, of course. If you don't know what Ray does, it's like basically the heart and soul of the deck. So it's a quick effect. You can tribute this card, special summon one Sky Striker Ace monster from your extra deck to the extra monster zone while this card is in your graveyard. If a face-up Sky Striker Ace Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Sky Striker Ace Ray once per turn. And then of course we're also playing double Rose as well. What Rose does is if a Sky Striker monster or monsters is normal or special summon, except another copy of this card, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If an opponent's monster in the extra monster zone is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of your card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Then you can negate the effects of one face-up monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. You only use this effect once per turn, and that negation of the effect is really cool because it doesn't target, so you can get by a ton of protection that way as well. That's it for the no, I'm messing. That actually is it for like the built-in monsters of the main deck. But we have a nice little hand trap package here. I have mixed it up actually, ironically, since the last video a few weeks ago. So I'm running triple Droll and Lock. Droll and Lock I think is just going to get increasingly better as the format goes on. It's just a super powerful card. If you watch my videos, you know I'm a huge advocate for it. I love this card, but I do just see it getting nothing but better. Just you know, as weeks go by. So what it does, if you don't know what Droll and Lock does, if a card or cards is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, except during the draw phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, and then for the rest of this turn, cards cannot be added from either player's main deck to the hand. So they're going to get that card, but that's going to be the last one that they get for the rest of the turn. This is a really powerful card, and if you time it right, it can really shut down your opponent. I'm also running triple Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is just super generic, super great. I'm also running double DD Crow. This is one I haven't played in a while, but I actually incorporated it into this one, and I've just been really liking it. I kind of forgot, ironically, how extremely powerful a quick effect with banish resources from your opponent's graveyard is. This is a really great card. If you don't want to run this, that's fine. I'm also running double Nibiru as well as one Pankratops. Again, this is just my hand trap package. This is super versatile, a whole lot of wiggle room with this. Play whatever hand trap package you want. Next up for the beautiful spells, we're playing one, oh, so beautiful, Engage. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, add one Sky Striker card from your deck to your hand. Set another copy of this card, and then if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can draw a card. So a lot of people probably like stayed in bed and called out of work because this card came off the ban list. And if so, that's fine, but I got super excited and immediately ordered more copies off of eBay. That's pretty much what happened with me. I'm running one multi-roll. Multi-roll is just really cool. It's one of my favorite cards of this deck. Once per turn, you can target one other card you control and send that card to the graveyard. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to your spell card activations for the rest of this turn, even if this card leaves the field, which is a really cool effect. You only gain the previous effect once per turn. Once per turn, during the end phase, you can set Sky Striker spells with different names from your graveyard up to the number of Sky Striker spell cards you activated this turn while this card was face up on the field, but banish them when they leave the field. Of course, we're running one Hornet Drones as well. Quick play spell, what it does is if you control no monsters in your main monster zone, special summon one Sky Striker Ace token. It's a Warrior Dart, level 1 attack and defense 0 in defense position, which cannot be tributed. And if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard when this effect resolves, the token's attack and defense become 1500 instead. I'm also running one Sky Striker Mecha Eagle Booster. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, which you're going to see a trend here if you haven't already, target one face-up monster on the field. That target is unaffected by card effects this turn, except its own, and if you have 3 or more spells in the graveyard, it can't be destroyed by battle this turn. It's a really good card, providing some fantastic protection. And then also running one Jamming Waves. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you target one set spell and trap on the field, destroy it, and then you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, which you're going to probably. You can destroy one monster on the field as well. I'm running double Sky Striker Airspace Area 0 as well as one Terraforming. So you can target one other card you control, excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can add one excavated Sky Striker card to your hand. Also shuffle the rest into the deck. Then if you excavated a Sky Striker card, send the targeted card to the graveyard. If this card on the field zone is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon one Sky Striker Ace monster from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So you use each effect once per turn. I really like field spells, like I said earlier, that punish or at least deter your opponent from popping them. Like, you're going to gain some type of advantage. Because most of the time they're going to want to pop field spells, especially like this, because it allows you to do so much. So the fact that you're able to gain some type of advantage off of it being popped is just really nice. I'm running double Afterburners. You could run 3 of this if you wanted to. I like 2. If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, target one face-up monster on the field, destroy it. Then if you have 3 more spells in your graveyard, you can destroy one spell and trap card on the field. I'm running triple Sky Striker Mecha Shark Cannon. What this one does is if you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you seen a turn yet? You can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish that monster, or if you have 3 or more spells in your graveyard, you can special summon that monster to your field instead, but it cannot attack, which is really nice to be able to go into some higher link plays if you need to. And then lastly, for the mecha stuff, running triple Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor is one of my favorite ones. It's a quick play spell. When it does, if you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you target one face-up effect monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effect until the end of this turn. Then if you have 3 more spells in the graveyard, you can take control of that monster until the end phase. And that is really nice, especially like wanting to go into some extra deck plays, but just being able to take something, negates effect, and then potentially take something is awesome. It does target though, so there is that. Also running one Cosmic Cyclone, one Harpy's Feather Duster, one Raigeki, one Monster Reborn, and then also one Upstart Goblin. If you want to run Forbidden Droplets, Triple Tactics Talent, that's fine, you can. Especially if you want to go more competitive, you absolutely can. But if you don't have those crazy expensive cards, there are other substitutes. And I'm also running triple Infinite Impermanence as well. So only traps I'm running this deck. If you don't have this, that's fine, you could run something else. So that's actually it. That's actually it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure you already know what to expect. But playing triple Sky Striker Ace Kagari. So what Kagari does is, if this card is special summon, you can target one Sky Striker spell in your graveyard and add it to your hand. It gains 100 attack for each spell in your graveyard. You can only special summon Sky Striker Ace Kagaris once per turn. So that 100 attack can actually really add up, because you will have a lot of spells in your graveyard a lot of times. So that can actually really add up quickly. I'm running triple, still double, because I still haven't gotten the third one in yet, which is, we're not going to get into all that. Shizuku, excuse me. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each spell in your graveyard once per turn. During the end phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, you can add one Sky Striker spell from your deck to your hand with a name different than the cards in your graveyard. You can special summon one Shizuku's once per turn. So I really like the fact that, not only does it make your opponent lose some attack power and defense as well, but basically because it was special summoned, you can search out something, which is really cool. I'm running still triple or double, however you want to put it. Hayate. I really like Hayate a lot. You can only special summon Hayate's once per turn. This card can attack directly, and then after damage calculation, if this card battled, you can send one Sky Striker card from your deck to the graveyard. I mean, 1500 to the face is really nothing to laugh at. That, that's gonna hurt. I'm running one Kana. and then also one Zeke. So what Kana does is if this card is special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It cannot attack directly until the end of your opponent's turn. Each time you activate a Sky Striker spell card or its effect, you gain 100 life points immediately after the card or effect resolves. You can only special summon one Kanas once per turn. And then what Zeke does is it's a Link 2. It requires 2 monsters, including a Sky Striker Ace monster. It must be Link summoned. You can only special summon Sky Striker Zeke's once per turn. If this card is Link summoned, you can target one face-up monster on the field, banish it until your opponent's next end phase, which, I mean, that can be a game changer right there, because that's a while. Once per turn, you can target one other card you control. This card gains 1,000 attack, then send the targeted card to the graveyard. And then just lastly, just a few generic stuff. I'm playing one IP Masquerena, one Nightmare Unicorn, one Mekk-Knight Crusader Avramax, and then also one access code. If you want to play Apollousa, if you want to play Borrelsword, basically anything else, you could absolutely do that. That's just kind of what I went with. These are some of my favorite links. They're generic and they work really well. So that's it for this deck profile, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't already get enough a few weeks ago, well, here it is again. A lot of people were just absolutely freaking out about the fact that Engage got off the ban list, and I was super excited. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what are your thoughts, not only on Engage on this ban list. Like, I kind of want to talk about it. I might do that a little bit later, but how do you feel about Engage coming off to 1? Was it too much? Was it not enough? Like, how do you feel about where Sky Strikers are right now as a deck and as a whole? Would you like to see them get a little bit more help with the ban list or get hit again? Like, let me know. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear it. Very curious what you guys are thinking. If you're here and you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell so you become part of the notification team so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Give this video a thumbs up, says hey Noble. I like your video, I like your content, it allows my stuff to circulate around YouTube. Still a small YouTuber, we're literally knocking on the door at 3K, and that is so exciting. Thank you guys so much. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.